All right, good morning, everybody. Thanks for being late. Actually, good afternoon to some of you on the East Coast. Thanks for willing to join me late today. This might be kind of a short show, only because I'm in the middle of work meetings. But I didn't actually charge my microphone last night, so I'm running on like fumes over here. This thing may die in the middle of the show, so I'll go as long as I can, and we'll talk through it. Anyway, it's YOLO time. So here we go. Our bankroll right now is not too shabby. If I look at the number here, I think we're at $87,000, which is great. We're not going to be able to win, I don't think, our way to glory today, but we'll try. We'll do our best. As we've been doing here, actually, let me reverse this for you so it's right. This is our initial bankroll. Our $20,000 here is in the rack. Here is our $32,000 that we're going to run across, as we've been doing. We're out on a point of 5, by the way, so we'll just go ahead and get our bets placed up here. And there we go with our bets, our $32,000 across. Now, yesterday we talked about doing some double parking. I'll do the same thing today. We're going to double park again today. I could double park them all, okay? Let's just do the insides again. We'll double park the insides. I have enough money here to get the 4 and 10 as well, and double park these. And again, double parking again, I'll take just the 6 as the example. We'll take that 5,000 and we're gonna get 4,000 in yellow chips and 1,000 in purple chips. And we're gonna do a $500 base bet and a $4,500 odds. We're gonna say we're gonna put me on the 6 for 500 with 4,500 in odds. And the same thing is gonna be said of the 5, 8, and 9. I'm just gonna leave the red chips out here to keep the table clean, but these are the same bet as this, $500 base with 4,500 in odds. And again, these, the 5 and the 9, that'll pay $6,750, and this will pay $5,900 here on the 6 and the 8. So here we go. We've walked up to the table. This is our next YOLO segment here. I'm gonna get rid of the green cold dice. We're gonna go with the red dice, and let's see if the shooter, who is currently out on a point of 5, can make it happen for us. Here we go. Again, nerves of steel, your host has. Here we go. Dice are out. And yes, hard 8. We did it again. Hard 8. Whew. All right. We live to fight another day. So hard 8, that's cool. The 6,000 on the 8, that's going to pay 7,000. So here's 5, 6, $7,000 for the hard 8. And the put bet, again, that's going to pay $5,400 for the odds and $500 for the flat bet. That adds to $5,900. I'm going to go ahead and drop $100 out of my rack and get $6,000 back. So there's $6,000 for the put bet. And all told, we brought back today $10,300. And if I look at the screen, where we are was $87,000 and change. So hell yeah. We did it. Let's go. We got to 100K today. I should be celebrating a little more than that. I didn't think it was going to work today, but we did it, right? We did it. We got there. We got to 100K with extra. We can drop our dealer a nice little tip, I guess, right? So there we are. We did it. 100K. We did it. I can't even believe I did that. I mean, honest to God, I'm going to put this back in the rack, and I should have a little party over here. But think about what we did. It's actually kind of interesting that we were able to go 16, I think it's 16 straight shots that we did here with avoiding big red. That's pretty damn cool that we made it through. So there's $100,000 in the rack, 100,000 and 225. That's pretty damn cool. Holy crap, we did it. I can't believe it. The YOLO thing works. So there's our first road to $100,000 series complete. Do I recommend that you play that way? Hell to the no. Do not go to the casino and drop everything in your bankroll on the table every day for 15 days, like I just did. What I'm gonna do, moving ahead here, is we're gonna start a couple new series, okay? Now that we did this and we proved that we can have some fun in the mornings, and I'm not just boring ass instructor, I'm actually kind of fun sometimes. I was talking to Chris, who runs a channel called Chuck and Dice. Let me go back to the screen here. Chris at Chuck and Dice was doing a thing over in the Discord for Jeremy's Color Up channel. Let me switch screens here. And he's doing kind of a one roll thing too, but he's basically saying, all right, it's time to leave. Like your cab is outside. You're going to the airport. You're in Vegas. You got $250 left in your rack. What are you going to do with it? Right? One roll, put your money on the table. How do you spend one roll? And that might be a fun thing for us to do in the morning too. Like do like our kind of our rage quit or our walk out the door strategy and just kind of play one roll and see what happens. But that was fun. I'm going to do a road to $100,000 series for real, like a legit one. I'm sorry, I'm getting my tea together. I'm actually got a cold coming on, so I'm trying to get my throat figured out. I want to do a legit road to 100K series, and we can do it. I'm thinking not one roll a day, but like more of a session a day kind of a thing. I also want to do it in one day. So I'm going to do like a Saturday, like a 6-hour, $100 to $100,000 all in one filming marathon. But I want to do another road to 100K in sessions as we go here and kind of build it up with you in the mornings, but not just one roll. So that's going to be, I think, what I want to do. So that's coming your way. Let's go ahead and talk about a couple of things here. So the announcements for this morning are this. Again, a reminder from Jeff. Craps Chat's going to be May 15th. We have a couple of delays coming. In fact, in a couple of days, our good friend Dylan's going to go have a second procedure done for his heart. So we're going to avoid anything happening over the weekend, just out of respect and seeing him get better. Live Fantasy Craps, though, is going to go tonight. So I want you guys to tune into that. It's a great show. They have a lot of fun. They're doing crapsy and tables, and it's a heck of a production that Arnell does every week. So you should check that out for sure. And now that we have crapsy going, more of you can join in. Jeff did a thing with Carl last night, testing out technology and getting we're trying to learn like more about these things and how it's going to work. So Live Fantasy Craps tonight, get into our Discord and sign up for that. They'll put the table code in there as well, and Arnell will give you the link to join the live feed, and you can be on camera with everybody else. So it's super, super cool. An update from me on my apps, by the way. Craps Finder app, the beta test, I got about 7 ready if you want to help me beta test. That's perfect, actually. Let's do the beta test on Friday. I'll make a little, like a chat room for us to talk through it, and we'll do it on Friday. We'll get a little light testing in for that. I'm going to be building, I talked to George from CY and a little bit with Troy about writing my own version of the roll tracker. Now, you've all seen the roll tracker on Jeff's channel and everybody else's channel. They have the Craps Nation KPI thing. It doesn't work for me. I don't know why, if it's my computer, what it is, but when I run that thing, it takes a minute sometimes for you to enter a number in and for it to show up on screen. So it's useless to use my table while I'm rolling out with y'all. So I'm going to write my own version of it, a super light version that only takes the rolls and shows the list of the outcomes, and that's it. So I can run it quick during the show. I want to make sure that I can have a roll tracker for you with the live dice, but I can't have it be that slow and make the whole show grind to a halt waiting for rolls to show up. So working on that. I'll want some beta testing on that as well. And I'm also working on the head-to-head queuing app that's going to let us sign up for the Friday night fights. So that's all coming in the next series of days. So, all right, so there we go. Yeah, Vince, I got to optimize it. The problem is, I'm not sure. The thing is that the roll tracker is right now, it's a Google spreadsheet, and Google spreadsheet uses pretty heavy scripting. And I just feel like there's a lot going on in the app that if you're using it to practice your shot, like George does, great. I don't use OBS. I don't use Windows. So I think it's optimized for that and not for my Mac. So Macs are great for a lot of things. For this one thing, it seems to be fighting me. So whatever, I'll figure it out. But that's that. All right, let's get into some content here. Let me go and switch to this. And today, again, because I don't know what kind of time, you're saying, yeah, Troy can do it. I'm talking to Troy. The problem is, again, it's a Mac Windows thing. And I think that I think that the roll tracker is doing too much. And because of the way that I do my live streams, not using OBS, I have to run the roll tracker in 2 separate browser windows, which doubles the processing that it has to do, where OBS can absorb one of the windows and not endure the processing hit. So I think that might be my problem. I'm talking to him about it. We'll see. But if I have to do it, I'll do something light and simple and you know, we'll figure it out. If I might even jump into doing the win craps version of it. We'll see. I'm trying other things out, but I hate not having it because I feel like y'all want to see the history of rolls as we go. It's good to refer to that. So anyway, that said, let's talk about this strategy called the late 6, 7, 8. And I did this as kind of a, I don't know, I was bored one night and I put this video out where I was practicing this idea, and it seems to be working. In practicing, it does pretty good. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna roll it out here for a few minutes today, just give you a sense of what it looks like and some of the options. You know me, I don't ever play straight strategy, right? I always like to have strategies that have some options built into them so I can bob and weave as I feel like I want to. This one here, it's basically a $30 6 and $30 8 with a $15 don't come, hence the late 7, right? I don't go don't pass and then 6 and 8. I go 6 and 8 first, and then I come to the don't come to get the 7 action later in the roll. And I'll make some decisions on that don't come bet. You'll see as I roll this out today what I do with it. And then I've got options with how I want to play the 6 and the 8. We can option up, we can option down, we can option out. There's lots of ways to play it based on A, conditions, B, bankroll, and C, just kind of how you're feeling. We are gamblers after all. So we're gonna go and play some 6, 7, 8 here in just a minute. I'll go back to the table and I'll roll that out for you, and then I'll come back and hopefully we'll have time to talk about, I see a lot of notes here in chat talking about the source code for the KPI thing. It's not my problem, it's not that I have a Mac. Macs are where it's at. There are just, for whatever reason, the Google spreadsheet scripting is super, super resource intensive. I don't know why, but when I start that, when I go to the website for Google Sheets, my fan goes to 100. Like something's going on there. I'm not sure what it is, but there we go. Let's go back and play some craps. Let me go back to the table. We will zoom in. Dave, I actually bought one and it's coming in the mail. I have a Windows laptop showing up today with 32 gigs of RAM. I bought it to run win craps with, and I may use that to run the KPI and feed the screen in. So we'll see. That may actually be the way this thing works out. I'm trying it. So luckily I'm a good craps player and I can afford to buy new computers. And there we go. All right, let's do 6, 7, 8. Let me show you this, some 6, 7, 8 play. And here's the way it's gonna work. I'm taking my $100,000 out of the middle of the table there. And let's bring in a side bankroll here. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put this, I think, over here. Well, I'll put it here in the field just to get it kind of out of the way. We're not gonna use the lines at all today, so I'll put the money down there in the middle. And the bankroll is not really all that important, but we'll put 1, 2, 3. I'll get $500 in the rack today. There's 3, there's 400. Let's see, 450. And we'll get some reds. There's $500. All right, $500 in the rack. And all I'm gonna do is place the 6 and the 8 for 30 each and reserve $10 plus 15 for the don't come. I'm gonna basically do 30 bucks each plus a quarter. Maybe we'll reserve an extra nickel. We'll just go, you know, 90 bucks all in for a given session or shoot. I want to call it a shooter, but a given session here. And the question is going to be this, and I know what Vince's answer is going to be. Do I run the 6 and the 8 hot on the way out or not, right? That's certainly a thing for us to debate here. Are they on during the come out? Probably they are. We'll run it this way at first. What I want to do is I want to capitalize on the numbers that we love, the 6 and the 8 and the 7. Let's capitalize on all 3 numbers. So if I get a come out 6 or 8, I want to make sure I'm getting paid on it as we come out here. Later, as we're in the don't come, I may turn these off on the come out, and you'll see why I do that here in a second. Let's have the puck be off. Let's come out first, and I'll show you the pattern that we're going to follow, the basic pattern of this thing. And again, it's at this small level. We can increase level as you want. You can be aggressive or passive as you play this thing out. Here we go. We'll come out to a quick number here. We're going to get a 3-2-5 as our first point, and there's that. So the point will be 5. Nothing happens in here. We're going to go $10 into the don't while I have the 6 and 8 hot. Now again, what could happen is I may get paid here. I'm going to take this first time through And I'm gonna run this with a same bet on both, and we'll change it as we go. I want to give you guys some options, and I want to really see what you all do with the strategy as it goes out. Now, here's your big risk, right? The normal 6, 7, 8, when you're down here with odds, you're in a hedge situation. Here, I'm not. Here, I'm completely exposed for now 70 bucks. So this is a dangerous roll for me right now. I could come out here and, lay on the 5 or something else while I'm coming out to be extra hedgy. I'm not going to do it. We're just going to go ahead and be a little bit aggressive here and hope that we can avoid something ugly here. What we get, perfect, aces. And you know me, when I get the bonuses in here, I stack them up because I want heavier flat bet action on my 7 when I get it, which that right there is a $20 bet. Now, if I can get that thing to be set somewhere, I will now not have to lay any odds. There's a 1, 2, 3. So with 20 out here, we're gonna get paid 20 more, and now I'm gonna pull some profit. I'm gonna make that look like a quarter and pull back my initial bet plus a nickel. So I'm actually doing pretty damn good in that don't come right now. There's the 7. So it giveth and it taketh away. Bummer, we never got it set. So be it. We'll go back out and we'll repeat the process. Here we go again. Let's get our 6 and 8. Let's see if we can get some actual juice here on the strategy itself and not just live in the don't come the whole time. There's a yo, doesn't matter. 6, 5 yo. There's a 5, 1, 6. So here's that case where we get the 6 as our point. We get paid on the way out, which is great. I'm actually gonna take the 10 bucks and use that for my don't come bet and rack the green. We're gonna rack greens in here. We're gonna try and keep this thing as close to 500 as we can. Let's get this set and let's actually play the thing out and see if we can't get some better juice here. Of course, 6, 5 yo. Having a tough time getting anything set. Let's do it again. Come on here. You got to be freaking kidding me. 6, 5 yo again. I'd just like to get the don't come set anywhere today, maybe. I don't know. Let's see. All right, 5, 3, 8. Now here's an interesting case. 5, 3, 8. This don't come would move behind the 8. The 8, of course, is going to get paid 35 bucks. Now, I'm going to say, and I never say this when I normally play the don't come, no action. No action. I'm going to have them put that right back in there. And the reason why is not because I'm afraid of the 8 as a don't. I don't fear the 8 as the don't, but I'm playing for the 6 and the 8. I would like to get paid on the 8 when it rolls again. I'm playing for these numbers, not against them. This is the one time I'm going to say no action. Let that thing come back through, but I will take my reds and I will stack it up and get extra action on the next come out for it. Rack that green, and again, I'm playing for these. I want to get multiple hits in here and let this thing sing on its own on some different numbers. So I will no action it because I want the action or not because I'm trying to avoid it. And there's a method to that weird statement there because I don't normally play it that way. There's a 6 and a 3, 9. So now I get that $20 no 9, right? Before I would have had a $10 9 and I would have laid some odds back here. But because I was able to take the reds and bump that bet up, now I got a great flat bet back here, $20 flat. I can forego the odds and live with my 20 bucks and be like, that's great. Or I can be like, you know what? Loving it. Let's drop 75 on that bad boy. And I got options back here now to get extra action on the 7 if I so choose, while these two are playing out. So let's go ahead and do that. We're gonna be aggressive with it here early. I just don't know what the table's like yet. Let's stay aggressive. Let's really jump on this 9 if we can. And again, while we're doing it, getting paid in here while we're going, I'm gonna same bet those at least once each if we can get the hits. There's the 3, 2, 5. 3, 2, 5. 6, 5 yo, does not matter. Let's get those inside numbers to hit, shall we? Come on. There's a 5 and a 3, that's an 8. That's our second hit on the 8. And so that's gonna pay 35 bucks. And what I'm gonna eventually work for here, I would love to be able to say to myself, hey, these odds were paid for by these hits up in here. So there's gonna be some more reds, Some more greens coming back. Now I've got an option. I've hit them twice, right? I've made 70 bucks on the 6 and the 8 on this shooter. I've made 70 bucks. If I were to pull these back to my rack, guess where I'm at? I'm at where I started, essentially with this money out here. And now I'm playing 100% for the 7, or I could leave them out there. And now that I've collected on them twice, they're both, technically speaking, paid for bets. I'm going to put that in air quotes, paid for bets, meaning they've earned their keep, essentially. I'm even, right? The people who say this is a bad way to bet in the box, remind you that, yeah, you've taken 2 hits, but you've made no money, right? You've taken 2 hits, but you've made no money because you still have your bets out there, right? Take them down or reduce them or something else. So when you bet like this, now that they're even, this can all come away and I'm playing for profit. I can go all in over here. You have a choice to make. We're gonna go ahead and now start working these things higher. I've gotten them to pay for themselves. I'm gonna work them a little higher and let that 7, if the 7 comes, so what? There's a 4, 1, 5. There's a 1, 2, 3, ace deuce. And there's a yo. We are just all over the place today. We're not getting 0 love on our numbers. There's a 3, 1, 4, little Joe. 6, 4, 10. Everything but the numbers we're on, right? That should be telling you something. There's the midnight. Hard 10. Boy, oh boy, we are everywhere but. Come on. 3, 2, 5. 6, 7, or 8. I'll be happy in any case. There's a 6 and a 2. There's an 8. That'll pay 35 bucks. I'll pay it like that. There's 25. Let's do, yeah, let's do 30 and 5 whites. We'll do it like that. And I'm gonna bump these 2 up by 2 units each. Get a little bit of a half press going here on each number. Rack a little bit here, bump them up. Now they're both at 42 bucks. That'll pay 50 on each one of them. If we can get a repeat here, there's an 8, fantastic. Now we're back in the business. 50 for 1 on that. And again, our choice, my choice, take that 50, bring them both to 60, and start bumping them up. Again, we're playing, these guys are playing now on profit. The next hit here pays 70 bucks. We can bring them up to 90. So we're getting a 105 on the next hit. And again, you're playing the 6 and 8, waiting for that 7 to show up. Hopefully we can avoid that 9. There's the 7, beautiful. It's actually fine. We took some profit from those earlier. I'm happy with that. The 9 here is gonna pay, again, 20 flat. Come on, let go of the number. There we go, pay 20 flat because we went in with 10. We used that first hit on the 8, the cap. We put the cap in the don't come. Vince always says, don't ever bring reds to your rack. Keep reinvesting your reds. Fine, we reinvested the reds over here. And then back in here, for 75, we get 50 back. And how does our rack look? Right there is our starting bankroll. If I take these and make this a quarter, that's your starting 500. And we've got profit in the rack from the first session. Again, you're looking to build, 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 build. Hopefully tower those things up a little bit. We didn't get the next hit we would have loved, but whatever, we got profit. Love having profit. Let's do it again, 6, 7, 8. This time, I'm gonna play it a little bit differently. We're gonna go a little bit like running scared here. Watch how I do this. Let's get a 6 as a point, I love it. Let's get paid on the come out. That'll get paid 35 bucks. And what I'm gonna do, go from 30, we're gonna reduce down to 24 each. Let me get this nickel turning into some whites. And this time what I'm gonna do is with each hit, we're gonna come down just a hair. Again, bankroll, profit, $10 coming over here. So with each hit, we're gonna go from 30 to 24 to 18 to 12 and out. We're gonna reduce down every single time instead of building up. I wanted to show you that kind of tiered regression of these bets. bringing profit back with each hit versus building up with each hit. That's a different way of looking at it. Again, $10 coming through the don't, and hopefully we can get something in here and whack a 7 later. There's a 1, 1, aces. Again, love it. That's a free press down there. Let's get it through. We didn't get it through. That's a bummer. Didn't get this one through. It would have been nice to have had that out here somewhere, but our regression did help us a little bit. Right? We were able to secure at least a little bit of profit coming through there as that roll progressed. So that's okay. It's an okay way to come out and let it happen. We're still in profit town, which is nice. Let's do it again. We'll get some nickels here. I'll do the same thing again. Actually, what we'll do here is let's do one more time, like on the right side. Then I'm going to flip the bit. I want to show you how we flip the bit a little bit. So let's go ahead and come out. Again, they're both working. 9's the point. 10 to the don't. Standard 6, 7, 8. Delayed. A delayed 7. Okay, there he goes. It goes to the 9. Puck is off. I'm going to go ahead and lay on the 9, $30 to win 20. So I've got some light action out here. We're not going super heavy like we did last time. Some light action on the 7. This time, they're off. Because I've got a 7 bet on the come out, let those guys rest for a minute. We'll let this bet here, be the one we're looking for on the come out. We'll forego getting paid on the come out, so the 7 can be the star of the show here. And it is. There's the 5 and a 2. We got it, which is great. 10 in the front, 20 for 30. Coming back here. Since that bet's resolved, I don't have a bet on the 7 right now. Now they're back on. Okay, those bets are now hot again because we got paid back in here as a 1, 2, 3. Excuse me. And there's the hard 6. Your point's going to be 6. Again, that'll pay $35. We're going to drop 10 into the don't. I'm going to bring these both down to 24. We're going to reduce down as we go. I need to get whites for those. There's 24. Again, profit building. Oh, my goodness gracious. Through reduction. We're going to reduce these things as we pound through. Here we go. Get that don't pass set to the 8. Check that out. Land it on top. So 5, 3, 8. And again, because this would have gone to a number I've already got, I don't want to get rid of these bets just yet. No action. Put it back into the don't. That 8 at $24 will pay $28. It pays 28. And again, we're going to reduce down to 18 on both. We're going to take them both down one tier with each hit until we're at table minimum, which in this case will be a $10, we'll call it a $10 table. So I'm going to reduce myself down a little bit as we go. I could take those reds that I just won and stack it up here on the don't. I'm not going to do it. I'll reserve that for odds if we can get out of here. There's a 4, 2, 6. And again, same situation, right? Puck comes off. This goes to the 6. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the payment here, $21. I'm going to reduce these both down to 12. So again, we're tiering our regressions down on those things. What I'm going to do here is an interesting play. Again, I want this to be strong on the come out. Okay, we'll let that sit here. I may even throw $20 at it, or we'll throw $15 at it, just as a little bit of odds. Those will be off. I'll let the 7 again. Let the 7 breathe on the come out. Win some money on it. We'll let those two just kind of sit there. There's a 4 for the point. Now, I still want those to be my bets, right? I still love my 6 and my 8. Back to the don't we go. We're going to say no action on that don't come. Move it back into the don't. Let it reset on a new number. Now I'm at table minimum. These have completely paid. They've been paid 3 times. All this profit is from those hits. I'm playing here free willy right now. Let that don't come go somewhere, and I'm going to press these guys as hard as I can. Of course that hurts, right? The 6-5 yo sucks. Let's get that don't come to go somewhere good. It goes to the 6. And again, the same deal, right? This would travel to the 6. The 6 does get paid 15 for 1. No action. I'm going to put it back over here because I want these guys to be what pays, right? We're going to take this nickel back to our rack, drop 2, and now we're going to start working our way back up. We got them down. These bets are 100% paid for. Matter of fact, that bet is 100% paid for. All profit plays out there. Let's press these guys if we can. If we can avoid this, 527. So there's the 527. It takes everything. Bad timing, but again, our risk level was pretty low. Matter of fact, our risk level there was not anything. All right, there's the 6, 7, 8 on the plus side of the house. I want to go ahead and reverse things with you. And let's do this. Let's do the 6, 7, 8 from this side of the house. These are going to be lay bets. Let's go ahead 6, 7, 8. Let's make the 6s and the 8s our 7. Let's play these two on the 7, and we'll do a plus bet. Instead of the don't come, we'll come to the come with our next bet. We'll let the 7 range strong on those two. I'm just going to, again, we're going to use the same numbers as we did before, just opposite way. Okay, we lost on the 6. Not worried about that. We're going to come right back out to it again. Matter of fact, you could do this way and treat these 2 bets as a ladder. So go to 60 on that thing and have $10 coming. Let's see how this works out. Let's just make the whole thing reversed. There's another 6. You got to be kidding me. All right, we'll come to the 6. That's fine. We can't remove the bet. It's a contract. We'll lose back in here. And we have a choice to make. One thing I don't like about this direction of it is that I can't no action this. I'd rather go back and get the no. I could still lay it if I wanted to, but what I'm going to do here is avoid the lay, and we're going to go ahead and throw $75 in odds on it. It's rolled twice. Rather than play the 7 here, I'll play the 7 here, and what I actually will do is take what I would have laddered the 6 to, which is $90, and put that up on the 8s. Now I have an 8 laid for 90. And the 6 coming for also 75, 85 bucks, right? So we'll have our 6, 7, 8 play in here this time. Again, because I can't avoid that come bet, I'm just going to go for it and see what happens. Here we go. How's my microphone doing? I think I got about 35 seconds of audio left on it. So, all right, we got our 7. We lose in here. And again, the option also could have been to let the come bet sit there and come back out here with the big lay. I could have done that as well. We chose not to. We'll lose our flat. We'll lose the odds, but those 75 pay back in here. So we're back to having our core bets of $30 back on the 6 and the 8. And we're back in our rack, back to clean again. So here we go. That's the 6, 7, 8 from the other side. I'll do it one more time. Let's get them reset. Lay bets are hot on the come out. 1, 2, 3, don't care. We did it again. Pounding that 6 today, aren't we? Point's going to be a 6. I'm going to ladder you up to 60, and we're going to come out with $10. Let's see it work. Here we go. There's a 4. Not ideal, but we'll take it. I'll go ahead and take my odds on it. All right, so we got our go 4 and our 6 and our 8. So now we're going to do, again, 6, 7, 8, but we're doing it the other direction. There's an 8 easy, so we're going to lose. We're getting the other side of this thing hitting. I probably shouldn't have switched, but I switched so I could show it to you what it looks like. The table doesn't want me to do this, but that's what the teacher in me wants you to see. So there we go. 6 and a 5. There's a 6 again. Oh my God, we're gonna be out of money here in a minute. That's a bummer. 60. It's about to become 90 back here on the 6. That's the point, by the way. All right, laying it for 90. It's going to be a hard 8 as the point, and we are just donating money to our friends at the casino here today. Wow. Definitely a day to stay put where we were before. But again, I wanted to show you this other side of it, and it's just the dice don't care what I want to show you. The dice want to do what they want to do. There's 90 bucks on each of those. Let's get a 7 or a 6. We can just get a 6 and just keep on going down into Ugly Town. We may not even have enough money to do this. We don't. I have 100 bucks. So we're going to lay 90 again. It's the best I can do. And look at that. Look at that bankroll getting burned, baby. There's a 9. Woo! There's my 8 going away. Wow. Okay, so that was not a great demonstration. They're all working. The odds, by the way, work on the come out for me on the come bets. There's a hard 4. So that's at least we get paid there. That's good. We'll get paid 10 and 60. That helps a little bit because I can go right back to the 8 like I wanted to and come again with another 10 bucks. Let's see if we can't. Oh, sorry, the 8 or the 4 is the new point, by the way. Hit the point. Come bet will travel. I have 20 bucks that I can put in odds on it. It's working. Oh my God. Okay, well there's that. The dice have spoken. Dice have spoken. The 6 is gone. Fun. Super fun. There's your new point. I have no money left. And there's the 8. Of course it's an 8. Of course it's an 8. We should have stayed right side. All right, so here's the note. Don't ever play that way. Don't ever play the 6, 7, 8 from the don't, I guess, right? Again, on a hot table, that's the wrong play. But today's not about adjusting. Today was about showing you what the options are. And again, that option shouldn't have been explored the way we're rolling dice. There's our 7. Of course, the 7 comes after it's all done. And we have a nice $3 profit, or $3 left in our world. So, wow, there it is, right? Ugly rolling right there. That was super ugly, but fun still, right? I like this. Let me put the other screen up, actually. Let me go back to here. I like the 6, 7, 8 from the other side. That laying them and getting a comeback coming through actually works. It can work well if the rhythm is right. Today, right, the amount of and those red dice, by the way, for some reason, man, those things know about the 6s and 8s. I use that every day in the YOLO. Those red dice haven't failed the YOLO yet. That's why I used them every day in that thing. So clearly they're not dark side dice. So that second play there, it clearly didn't work out, right? You wouldn't have switched to that given that kind of a table, but I wanted to show you what it looks like to set the bets up and ladder them up. And with 500 bucks, I say this all the time, you can't play a ladder with 500 bucks. You just can't do it. Waylon, you're right. On the other side of that, the 6, 7, 8 ladder makes a fortune. If you stay right side and you do it that way, you're doing great. You can play the 6, 7, 8, by the way. Let me go back real quick and well, I don't have to show it to you. If you play the 6, 7, 8, like I did the first way, right? 6 and 8 for 30 bucks and played that as a 6 and 8 ladder, Waylon's way, while working the don't come, that's your 7. You play your 6 and 8 that way. That could be pretty cool. That could be an interesting way to pursue this thing. So I may go back and look at that again, but I like that don't come option and having that thing kind of win there on the come out. So there it is. All right. Let's see. Going through chats here, make sure I didn't miss anything. Do the opposite. Yeah, right. I mean, for sure. I mean, Vince, today would have been, or that last session there would have been, if you're on the right side. I just wanted to show you the setup the other way. It just didn't work. So there we go. Yeah, Buckeye, good rolling today, right? I'm crusher on the rolls today, so that's good. Right side players today would have made lots of money. Can you imagine if you were come betting today, come betting with max odds on me today? Think about that. The come bet with max odds pays. Come bet with max odds pays. Come bet with max odds pays. You're crushing it there. If you're full pressing the 6 or 8 today, you would have made a fortune too. One of those days, right, where the dice are awesome and hot when they are. So, all right. I know my mic is about to crush here or croak here. I can see that my other thing is flashing red. That it's time to stop talking. Yes, Joseph, my red dice give me better results. My green dice, let me show you the green dice. The green dice came from, you probably can't see this. I'll put them as close as I can to the camera. Can you see that? They came from the D. These are canceled dice from the D. The D has got the worst craps tables I've ever played on. They're so springboard, bouncy garbage. I lost so much money there. I stayed there. It's a great place to stay, but I would never play on those tables again. I bought the canceled dice because I needed some more dice, and these things have nothing but 7s on them. I swear to God, I roll these things. Whenever I want to do a dark side demo, I bring the green dice out, and those damn things are a 7 every single time. So it is what it is. The dice know. The dice know. All right, guys. Flush down the toilet. That's funny, Vince. Thank you for that. That's good. Good sense of humor here. All right, guys. I'm going to get rolling. I'm going to get back to my work day. Thanks for joining late. Thanks for celebrating the YOLO with me. That was a lot of fun. Play with the 6, 7, 8 on your own. Come up with different ways of kind of doing it. I like Waylon's idea of laddering the 6, 7 or the 6 and 8 while you're playing the DC with max odds. I think a DC with max odds coupled with the 6 and 8 ladder could be a way to retire. I mean, I'm going to try that out some more. Lots and lots and lots of options that you've got here. So I put a few of them out there, right, that you can see on screen here. There's more ways to do it. I think the 6-8 ladder with the DC max odds might be the way. I'm going to try that again today. So anyway, have a great afternoon. I'll see you tomorrow, I guess. I may come out tonight and do some stuff with live fantasy craps. I don't know, but if not, I will certainly see you again in the morning at our regular time, and we'll start a new one roll or some kind of series in the morning. I may just suss it out tomorrow and the next day, and we'll start it in earnest next week, but road to 100K, boom, complete. Thanks all. Have a great Wednesday, and love you. God bless. See you tomorrow.